Today's episode is supported by AIDS-Free Pittsburgh. There are more than 5,000 people living with HIV in southwestern Pennsylvania, and the Ryan White HIV/AIDS program provides support services to help them get the care they need. That includes assistance with things like healthcare, medications, housing, transportation, food, and treatment for substance use disorders. Visit aidsfreepittsburgh.org to learn more.
Today on CityCast Pittsburgh, we are in the thick of the holidays now in Pittsburgh, and we're talking about the best ways to experience it all, from photography and architecture exhibits, holiday lights, all-you-can-eat buffets, and a very special chance to hang out with CityCast Pittsburgh. This is your guide to December in the city. It's Monday, December 1st. I'm Megan Harris, and here's what Pittsburgh's talking about. I'm with CityCast Mallory Falk and Sophia Lowe talking about what we're going to do in December.
Woo-woo, so much stuff. But if you're new here, we're a daily podcast. So normally at CityCast Pittsburgh, we are talking news and culture, new restaurants, things to do, history. But this is our guide episode, so it's all about the experiences, food and drinks, and one-off events that we're super excited for this month.
Yes, and if you're looking for even more recommendations, please check out our newsletter. You can sign up and read more at pittsburgh.citycast.fm. We have got so many ways for you to figure out your December plans.
For sure. So we will jump right in. What are y'all most looking forward to doing this month? Sophia, we'll start with you.
Yes. So my thing is the Carnegie Art Museum, 2 special exhibits that close in January. So December is your last full month to check them out. First is their Black photojournalism exhibit. This is maybe one of my favorite exhibits from the museum ever.
Oh, wow. That's high praise.
I feel like I've seen like pieces of this, but not like actually, I've never seen it like it's one complete exhibit. You know what I mean?
Right, and it's huge. It's like 3 giant rooms. I'm going to be honest, I only went through the first one. There are so many pictures on the side of the wall, like a lot of it's black and white. They have over 60 photographers, but there's a bunch of like little interactive pieces too. Like what got me caught in the first room was they have a few computers for you to like look at microfilm, and They have issues of the New Pittsburgh Courier. And me and my partner, because, you know, we met in journalism school, we're real big nerds about this, sat for like 30 minutes just going through one issue. And we were like, oh, what? We have to go? This was quick. So I'm actually going back in December.
So you can take several trips to this exhibit. It sounds like it deserves more than one look.
Yeah, if you're like me, you will need more than one day.
And you want to read the newspaper while on a date.
Or, you know, you could definitely do it in one trip. I would just block out a little more time because, like I said, it's like 3 enormous rooms.
I feel like that's doing a public service too, just because like I've been a reporter for a long time. I don't think I've ever touched microfilm.
Neither have I. And you know what else I realized? I haven't really read newspaper like in my hands, because that's another thing they have there. Like they printed a bunch of pictures on newsprint to kind of like give you the feeling of reading the newspaper. I mean, I just wasn't reading the news at like 8 years old with a newspaper and then, you know, computer.
Oh my God, Sophia. Okay, relics mean different things to each of us. Got it.
But the microfilm, I think, you know, that is a new experience for most people. But while you're there, the other exhibit I recommend checking out is the After School exhibit. So also closes in January. This is part of their architecture hall. So you can see floor plans of Pittsburgh schools and learn more about, you know, the city's history of school closures, times when students had to move to other schools. Very reminiscent of what Pittsburgh public schools are going through right now. So if you're interested in like the history of that in our city, I'd recommend checking that out. But there are other rooms that show different methods of schooling, learning, like architecturally, how schools are different outside of Pittsburgh. Really awesome interactive parts of that as well. A few where like play is involved, so it's not like all a downer, like school closures only.
It does sound incredibly timely, and an art exhibit that can like help us understand our present moment is always one I really appreciate.
Mm-hmm. So what are you two doing this month?
Mallory, I think ours may be similar. You start.
Okay, so I mean, there are tons of holiday light tours all throughout the city. This month, we have a very thorough list on our website at pittsburgh.citycast.fm if you want to get a comprehensive guide. There's one in particular I am most excited to hit up because it just feels extra unique and special. And this is the Holiday Lights Tour at the Maxo Vanka murals. Have either of you ever done the Vanka mural tour before?
No, someone just asked me to give them a list of things that I still haven't done in Pittsburgh, and this one is still in the top 3. I will get around to it, I swear.
This is also on my list of things I need to get around to, but the holiday lights part sounds, is it inside the murals? They can't do that, right? Is that going to ruin the art? I don't know.
I think it might be. So for anybody who doesn't know, because I do think this is kind of a hidden gem in Pittsburgh. I did the tour for the first time last year, despite having grown up here. But so there's at St. Nicholas Croatian Church in Millvale, there are these incredible murals that were painted by a Croatian artist in 1937 and 1941. I won't spoil the whole backstory of this artist and how these murals came to be, but they have a lot of social justice themes, messages about capitalism, how we treat immigrants, things that are very relevant today. But yeah, I think they have some kind of Christmas light display inside of the museum during this season. And because the regular tours are so spectacular, I was really blown away by the one that I did. I can only imagine what it's like to see these murals all lit up. And then, as part of these special holiday lights tours, they also have live music and you can get homemade Croatian cookies, which say no more, that enough. Yeah, will get me out there. So yeah, I think if this has been on your Pittsburgh to-do list for a long time, this is the season. It's happening December 26th through 31st. And then on December 29th, there's actually a special family-friendly interactive tour that is geared toward young kids. That is probably the one I am going to hit up. But yeah, plug for Maxo Vanka Mural Tour anytime, and this will be extra festive.
I love that. I feel like we were kind of on the same page for how we're trying to fill our December time, Mallory, because we both have young kids we have to entertain while school's not in session. I spent a bunch of time looking specifically along those lines, family-friendly stuff. Shout out to Kidsburgh's monthly event roundups. I love them specifically for things to do with any age child that you might have in your life. They recommended one that I hadn't heard of before. It was the Enchanted Lights Walk in Freedom, Pennsylvania. So it's all outdoors. As we're recording this, I have not been yet, but I'm going to go tonight. The photos look really fun. It's really bright and vibrant. They have snacks and beverages, a campfire out there. So, obviously you have to watch your little ones. But they also have evenings where their dogs are allowed as long as they're leashed, which I think is really fun. Yeah. Tickets run $25 per adult, $20 per kid, and kids under 3 get in free. But it just looked like a nice way to kind of take a light hike light now through December 30th. I'm excited to see it.
I would definitely go to this one specifically on the dog-friendly night because I was going to say what's a better combination than holiday lights and dogs? Those are not two things that traditionally have been paired together, but
maybe they should be.
Today's episode is supported thanks to the Frick Museums and Gardens and their world premiere of the Scandinavian home, landscape, and lore. I know it is so hard to leave the house when it's dark and cold, but at the Frick, you're gonna find magic and comfort. You can immerse yourself in a mythical Scandinavia and see princesses, Vikings, trolls, gnomes, and more fairy tale creatures come to life. You'll get to look at furniture, ceramics, glass, textiles, sculpture, and more fine decorative and folk art. It's from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland. And this is the perfect place to take friends and family who are visiting Pittsburgh, and you can pair this exhibition visit with a holiday tour of the Clayton House. Then grab some hot chocolate from the cafe, and you'll leave with all the warm and fuzzy feelings. The Scandinavian Home, Landscape and Lore is on view through January 11th, 2026. Coziness awaits you. Get your tickets at thefrickpittsburgh.org.
Okay, let's talk about food and drink recommendations. What are y'all looking forward to eating this month?
I have decided I'm going to start a new December tradition, hibernation meal. So what this means is I am going to find an all-you-can-eat spot and bulk up like I'm a bear going to sleep for the winter. I'm probably going to do it at Top Hot and KBBQ on the south side, which is technically a chain, but it's really yummy. I've had it before in New Jersey, and hot pot feels really warm and cozy for the winter, so that felt right. But I think Indian buffets are also very good contenders for this. I love People's Indian. That is
so good.
The thing is, it's so hard to get buffets there because it's lunch only, unless it's a first Friday night in Garfield, like Bloomfield on that Penn Avenue stretch. That is my hack. But this month I might also try to like trek to Taj Mahal on McKnight Road.
That's a great hack especially for this time of year, Sophia, because I imagine filling up on that warm Indian buffet will then help like fuel you as you check out all of the art that they have on display at First Fridays. Like I've normally stayed away from that in December just because it's so chilly, but I think with like a belly full of Indian buffet, I could do it. I could brave the cold.
Yeah, I did the Indian buffet night thing in the summer, and yes, I think it would be better in the winter because I felt sort of weird afterwards when I was hot and sweaty and going down the street. I also considered Grand Concourse as a brunch option, and also
Sophia, you need to pace yourself if you go to Grand Concourse. It's not like one buffet; it's like 17 buffets in one room.
Maybe I will put it back on the list. But I also considered doing it at the Cheesecake Factory. Not all you can eat, but just kind of seemed right in another way.
But the weirdest, most like the largest group of things you could possibly order on one single menu.
I remember reading this article once about like how when you stop and think about it, how impressive it is that the Cheesecake Factory does like a decent version of food from all over the world, like mastering all of those different types of cuisines and making it a place where people do want to go load up on food is like a feat that I feel like doesn't always get the recognition it deserves.
See, and I feel like I'm still thinking of like the people did like serious like dissections of the architecture at Cheesecake Factory because it is influenced by so many weird things. I feel like this was like during the like heyday of Twitter where people would do like takedowns of things, but someone like I think it was like an Architectural Digest type thing. Like it took it very seriously, but it was Cheesecake Factory.
I would say there is a not insignificant portion of shows that show up on House Hunters, which I've been binging recently, that I call Cheesecake Factory decor. Not my style, but I'm glad they work for somebody else.
I would live in a Cheesecake Factory over a gray home. I'm okay with this. But, this made me kind of think we need more like independent, like locally owned buffets in Pittsburgh. What am I missing?
Yes, Sophia needs to know where to go before hibernating.
I mean, I think I do too. Although, Sophia, I will flag the Brazilian steakhouses, also chains, but like the Fogo de Chao, Texas de Brazil, sort of a buffet, but like the spirit of a buffet for sure.
The spirit of a buffet, absolutely.
I am sure that it is the cold snap, but I've just been craving Italian food. I think it's the same like kind of thing you're talking about, Sophia, like needing like rich, cozy food right now. So I wanted to shout out a few, but also like put it out into the world that I'm like building a wish list for myself too. I did finally try Dish. I talked about that at least twice this year on the show. It is as good as everyone says.
I love Dish. I think it's like my first favorite restaurant in Pittsburgh. I found that one pretty early on.
Oh, wait, first favorite, not number one permanently. Got it. Okay.
I can't have a number one permanent.
I mean, it could vie for a top 2 to 5 for me.
I would put it on a top 2 to 5. Yeah.
Dia Noya's, of course, amazing. Senti, I feel like, is a standard bearer in my life. The lasagna is just so good. We went to Bar Marco as a team not too long ago, and I feel like that was also just really pleasant. Like the cocktails were fantastic. Service was top notch.
And really fun to eat in a former firehouse.
Yes, vibes were great. We'll double tap the service. They also have great mocktails. I don't know if they have any like listed, but there's like a talk to your server, give them like all your preferences, and then they do a really great job.
Yeah, and then a few Italian spots that would be new for me. I was recently influenced by our friends at Yajagoff to try Pizziolo Primo. They used to do like tableside pasta, kind of like alla familia if you've ever been there. But they still make all of that stuff in the kitchen. It's really fancy, but everything looks really good on the menu. And then Capozzoli's. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right.
We need Francesca. We need our resident Italian on the mic.
I feel like every time she's like, don't do this to me though. New this year to East Carson. They moved into, it was a different Italian restaurant before, but I've heard really good things, in particular about the savory beignets.
What goes in a savory beignet? Never heard of one.
So according to the menu, lemon basil aioli, Parmigiano Reggiano, I think I did it that time. But apparently they're just very fluffy, pillowy, like,
and they have cheese.
They have cheese.
Delicious.
Someone told me, Mallory, that they are like an actual beignet, as a New Orleans purist who like cares very deeply about people using that word right. I am told that they get the beignet part correct, but it's also savory.
My child has entered the chat, so she's going to help with some recommendations. I'm excited this year to try the New Year's pretzel, which is not a Pittsburgh tradition that I grew up with. But I know that there is this tradition here of having these big baked sweet dough pretzels on New Year's to bring good luck in the new year. Have either of you done this?
No, I have questions. Is like the dough itself sweet, or is it like cinnamon sugar covered?
I think it's both and. Like the dough itself is sweet, and then I think you can get it topped with like icing and sprinkles and sweetness. Ooh. Although I did see that at least one bakery, Bethel Bakery, also has a savory option, a pepperoni cheese pretzel. But I guess, like, as far as I can tell, it seems like this is a tradition that originated in the German community in Sandusky, Ohio in the early 1900s, and then spread to the German community here in Pittsburgh, because a pretzel is a German symbol of good luck, of course. There's not a ton of information about its origins, so if you're a scholar of this, please get in touch with us. But because I do, going way back, have some German ancestry, I'm hoping it's not cultural appropriation for me to jump on the tradition this year.
It's a Pittsburgh tradition.
Yeah. And if you, like me, want to kind of ring in the new year with something sweet and doughy, there are plenty of spots to get a Pittsburgh pretzel. A few of the options that I've seen recommended are Bethel Bakery. Like I said, they've got that savory option, but you can also get it filled with like nuts, cinnamon, or apricot. Sabroni Bakery in Castle Shannon. I apologize to all of these businesses if we're butchering the pronunciations, but I've seen people recommend that one, and then also the pretzel shop on the south side.
I've had several sandwiches from Pretzel Shop on the south side, and they always hit. They also, if you ever need like a special occasion pretzel, if that's a thing you need in your life, they will spell anything in a pretzel. It's impressive.
Ooh, I didn't know you could make that kind of request.
I literally once saw somebody have a "Will you marry me" in a pretzel. I don't know if it was used or if they were just proving that it could be done.
Today's episode is sponsored by Honey Girls Wrap House. This is a sister-owned business, and they are looking to spread holiday cheer, one beautifully wrapped gift at a time. I cannot wait to tap into their services because I am so bad at wrapping gifts. I have a stash of pretty bags and tissue paper in my closet. But even if you're a gift wrapping pro, let Honey Girls Wrap House take over this year. It's one fewer thing to stress about during the holiday season, and instead, you can spend more time with your family and friends. Plus, their system is super simple. Just drop off your gifts at their workshop, then Honey Girls Wrap House works their magic, and they can even deliver the gift back to you. You choose your wrapping paper, standard, luxury, or brown, then decide if you want to add bows and ribbons, or you can have Honey Girls Wrap House create the design from scratch. Visit their Instagram page for more details on paper, pricing, and contact info. Find them at honeygirls_wraphouse. That's HAUS.
So last up, some fun events to mark your December calendar for. If you need more inspiration than what we talk about here, I cannot recommend enough our website, pittsburgh.citycast.fm. We have so many events, always kind of in that like separate listing, but we also have lists of holiday markets, of holiday pop-up bars, of tours that you can take right now. There's just the holiday season in Pittsburgh, like we come to play. Like we actually get out of our house before, I guess, hibernation season is coming. Sophia, you're always ready.
Thank you. I'm a trendsetter. What can I say?
The first couple I'll shout out, holiday markets and a winter fest, both in the South Side. So this is December 6th. There's a huge neighborhood celebration with vendors that kind of line up there along 12th Street. They're doing pictures with Santa and Mrs. Claus at Club Cafe. I really hope they lean into the vibes of Club Cafe with this specific Santa. Like, there's so much opportunity there. I feel like
you want
like
a theme
Santa. I do want a theme Santa. I want a microphone with Santa. I don't know. I feel like they could do it up. There's also a contest where you can dress up in your holiday garb, like ugly sweater, like one of those all like the suits where everything is a thing, or Santa inspired gear, and win $500 in prizes from Southside businesses. For $500, I feel like people could really like be creative.
Yeah, I don't think I have a sweater that ugly. I feel like people are really going to bring their A game to this one.
I mean, people love to be silly on the South Side. So this is like adding fuel to that fire. Mallory, what about you? What are you excited about?
So this is actually the very same day. That evening on December 6th is a Very Betty Christmas, which is a Christmas burlesque show that's going to be happening there. It's put on by Smokin' Betty's, which apparently is the longest running burlesque troupe in Pittsburgh. So I imagine their record speaks for itself. I was really drawn to the poster for this event. It features like a burlesque dancer on ice skates at the PPG Place skating rink. This is an illustration. It's not a real person. But so I just think Christmas burlesque, how can you go wrong?
And a heck of a day at Club Cafe. Good for them. Really keeping the events going now that they're back open.
Yeah. This is really great for them. So something I'm planning to check out on December 14th is the Wilkinsburg Handmade Holiday Show and Indie Mart. So this is taking place at the Wilkinsburg train station and Workshop Pittsburgh. So there's actually going to be a free shuttle between the two spots, which I think is really great. But it is 75 local vendors. And then Workshop Pittsburgh usually has great sales and other things during some of their big seasonal events. I'm trying to get a sewing machine for myself and then probably some of my last minute holiday shopping. I don't like to do it too close to Christmas, but I am bad at getting things done early.
I really like doing events at Workshop Pittsburgh too, for all of their, I say all, most, I guess, definitely this one. They're craft markets. They always have DIY stuff too. So if you want to get your hands dirty, so to speak, and try to make a thing, they always have 1 or 2 or 4 different tutorials. So you can kind of walk through a process yourself. It's really neat.
And then probably the most important event happening in all of December is our Call-In Holiday Music Request Show.
Yes, hosted this year by me and our trivia master, Kevin Gavin. He has been hosting this thing for almost 50 years live on the radio.
It's such an honor that we get to partner on this one.
I know. He's just a joy to be around. If you've ever taken any of our trivia on our website or in our newsletter or here on the show, you know what heart he puts into it. We actually may have a little trivia coming up for Yins very soon. But Kevin's just so much fun. December 19th, we're going to have an in-person party in our office. So it starts at 9 a.m., goes till 1 p.m. We will have a ton of holiday cookies. You can pop in, stay as long as you like, and make a request. Live on the radio, which feels very old school and is so much fun. It's only 2 or 3 minutes. Don't get nervous. Kevin and I will make it very easy, I swear. And sometimes there's also an appearance by Santa.
Also, if anyone is planning on coming to this and has a CD of Justin Bieber's holiday album, specifically Little Drummer Boy, I've been trying to get this on the air, but Kevin needs a CD to play it, and I don't own those. I will buy one this year, but if anyone already has one and wants to share, please let me know. Little Drummer Boy, Justin Bieber, my favorite Christmas song ever.
He has such an extensive holiday music collection. Generally, he's able to play whatever you request, but help us fill that gap. Help us fill that Justin Bieber-shaped hole in the holiday request show.
Honestly, but that is an important note. So you can place your request now. You can do it in person, but if you want to guarantee that your song is available, you make your request early. You can call or text our holiday show hotline, 412-212-8893. Tell us who you are, what you want to hear, and if you want to dedicate it to anyone. It's very old school, but it's very fun. Again, that's in our office, so 10th floor of the Benedum Trees building downtown. It's just around the corner from the PPG Place ice rink. If you are looking for more holiday activities, the holiday market's just around the corner. And all of it's going to be broadcast on WZUM. So they're the jazz station here in Pittsburgh. It's 101.1 FM. We'll have some more information on our Instagram too, but we're just always so excited to do this. Last time, I swear, holiday show hotline. Give us your requests. Sophia, I know what yours is. 412-212-8893.
Yes, please come join us or send in your requests. The next event that I'm looking forward to in the month is a winter clothing drive and benefit show for Community Closet. That's happening on December 23rd. If you're not familiar with them, the Community Center, this is spelled QMNTY. It is a safe hub for LGBTQ plus youth and young adults in Pittsburgh. They've got a space on the north side that's a partnership between Proudhaven and Trans Uniting. And so this show, which is going to be at the Government Center here in East Allegheny helps benefit their community closet, this spot where people can come get free clothing, personal hygiene items, shelf-stable goods, all of that good stuff. So you can hear a ton of great musical performances and be helping folks out during the holiday season. So to attend this benefit show, they're asking that you either bring a new or gently used winter clothing item or pay $10, and then that's all going to go benefit the closet. So, this is the season, I think, for paying it forward, and this is a great way to do that, where you get to hear some nice music as well.
Totally. And I will close it out with the Christmas bird count, which is happening on December 27th. So the way this works is Audubon has been doing this bird count for ages now. I mean that like very literally. This is its 126th year. So the bird count runs from December 14th to January 5th. And the whole count is organized by these like specific like circles across the hemisphere. And every circle is covered by volunteers on a specific day. So December 27th is our day. Woohoo, Pittsburgh. So volunteers count like every bird they see or hear. So you record the species and the number of birds.
Or you do your best if you're not a bird person. Truly, true beginners can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like if all you can say is, I saw a bluebird, that's enough.
Yeah. And this data helps scientists track things like population trends, monitor species health, even like understand factors like climate change. So even if you're just, counting these robins, that is helpful. So you can join in and submit your bird numbers, but if you want to do it with other people, you can show up to this Christmas bird count with the Frick Park Rangers happening at Frick Park. So you count with them in the morning and hike a couple miles in the park. If you have your own binoculars, bring them, but they've got a few extras. And then there's also hot cocoa. So this sounds like a fun way to be outside and chat with some people and, contribute to science. Yay!
I also know that if you really want to get a jump and be extra trained up and prepared, there's actually an event earlier the month at Buffalo Creek Nature Park where they're going to have coffee and bagels and teach you about how to bird watch. So that's on December 6th if you want to really prep for the main event.
That is all for today here on CityCast Pittsburgh. You can support us by becoming a member of CityCast Pittsburgh. It's called our Neighbor program. All the details are at membership.citycast.fm. We will be back tomorrow with more from around the city. We'll talk to you soon.
Now I'm trying to genuinely think of what I want written in pretzel.
You could have a hibernation season party and spell that out.
I don't want other people watching me eat my hibernation meal.
We're just trying to give you an excuse to throw a party, Sophia.
No, I like it, but thank you for the recommendation. But I don't think it will be hibernation meal.